a forum has been established. They had their first meeting in the finance ministry day before yesterday to address precisely that question. When you ask me that question, there's one particular tax case, obviously,
Vodafone,
which sort of has this overhang or hangover, if you will. But okay, we'll resolve that, or it will get resolved in the arbitration process and stuff like that. They are meeting. And you're absolutely right. Ease of doing business in India, the tax aspect is a very important one. But let's not forget.
Yeah, but let me just push you a little bit further on this meeting that you spoke about. Is this the same sort of Justice Iswaran panel that you're talking about? It's a separate panel altogether.
This is the one where a lot of tax experts have been invited to be a part of the think tank, and I know 2 or 3 of them personally who seem to have had a very good first meeting. They're trying to get a paper done as to what are the top 10 issues and so on and so forth. So there are parts of the government that are addressing these sorts of concerns. So it's not to say that they're not getting addressed. We need a little bit more time. So it's headed in that direction.
The Minister of State for Finance, Jayant Sinha, said that there needs to be a forcing factor. I don't know what he means by that, but there needs to be a forcing factor that will push both sides to actually try and sort this out of court. And he was speaking when asked specifically about Vodafone and Kane. Now, Vodafone is in arbitration. In Kane, the government is yet to appoint an arbitrator. What are the possible solutions?
It would be very inappropriate for me to comment, because at least the Vodafone matter is sub judice. It is in arbitration. That arbitration is afoot. And so anything said specifically about an attempt to settle outside of arbitration, etc., would not be appropriate. But yes, I can say that the government has invited Vodafone to have some discussions. I can say that Vodafone has attended those meetings. The intention on both sides is there. But as I understand it, this is my personal view, not a Vodafone view, that there are actually policy and legal constraints that come in the way of a settlement, because there is no provision in tax law, as far as I understand, to settle unless the law is changed in the first place. And then if we talk about changing the law, then you get into a whole different level of discussion and so on and so forth. So I'm neither the expert, nor is it appropriate for me to say what may or may not happen. But we've been at it for all these years. We'll be at it for some more years. That's all.
Let me then ask you about the other area of opportunity, and that is insurance.
Yes.
And of course, there were issues that were held up on account of the control and ownership concerns. Those now seem to have been allayed.
They have. Yeah. They have. So you're talking about 26 going to 49. FIPB was very expeditious in according approvals to at least 4 companies, one of which is ours, Max Bupa. I know Bharti AXA was another one. And then it got delayed because of some clarity on what is control and Indian control. I believe that between the Financial Services Ministry and IRD, etc., that's been sorted out. And I think some approvals were given this week and will be formalized next week. So that train is moving. And I think you can expect at least half a dozen companies who will be ratcheting up their FDI from 26 to 49.